Warning, the show you're about to watch contains profanity. Possible news stories including nudity, offensive behavior, etc., etc. Basically just saying this show is awesome, and we have to warn you about it. Our opinions don't reflect any of the people's at the studio or the broadcast channel that you're watching currently.
We gotta do a warning now?
Yep.
That's bullshit.
Tonight on Earth News, a guy responsible for stealing over $1 million in quarters.
Oh my!
How about getting a raisin-laced birthday card this birthday?
Raisins are gross.
And how would you like to hit a $29 million jackpot and get offered 2 steaks at a dinner instead?
I would not be happy. But all this right now on Earth News.
Dude, I can't believe that, man. Can you believe that Google Earth thing was like a hoax? How many hoaxes are coming up on Facebook now? This is getting ridiculous. Like,
really is.
The Google Earth, credited for saving that woman on an island.
Oh, on the island?
Yeah. Total bull.
That's terrible.
Total bull.
With the SOS
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah, total bull. Apparently that was some 2010 picture from... I have no idea, but it was like Hong Kong or something.
It's making our job harder, right?
I know.
We gotta make sure stories are real.
Yeah.
And we do, because this is Earth News, and this is the real news.
Yeah, because I would have reported on that.
Yeah,
and I checked
know.
into it. I was like, this is crap.
We look forward to reporting on those type of stories.
Yeah.
And when you find out it's a hoax...
Shame on you.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Shame on you guys.
Shame on you.
You
well,
know,
not you.
It would be nice to
You
be
guys
able
didn't
to,
do anything.
It would be nice to believe anything you see on Facebook would be real.
You know what? It used to be at a point in time when you could newsfeed would be like your news for the day. Now newsfeed is like, you'll never believe what happened to this chick after this picture was taken. And it's like, well, I want to know what happened. So you click and then it's like, she got surprised by her, family. And I'm like, well, that was stupid.
How about those stories too that you're trying to watch the video or something, and then it's like, okay, you got to share it. You're like, I'm not gonna share it. Like,
yeah, those are like viruses waiting to be.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh
wait, in order to see this video, you have to share it. But speaking of sharing a video, let's talk about the Irish guy who decided that a McDonald's window pane was gonna suffer for his bad times. So, it's the extraordinary moment that a man kicked in a door, he smashed panes of glass, and he sprayed 2 security guards with pepper spray in a violent attack on McDonald's. I couldn't actually believe it myself, but Rafał Smolinski, age 29, has been charged with criminal damage and public offenses over the brazen attack at the fast food restaurant in Galway, Ireland. Which was captured by a witness on camera. This video footage of this guy had over 45,000 hits on YouTube right after it was put up. So by the time the story was reported on, it had already been seen by over 45,000 people, and my guess is that number is well above the 6-digit number right now. But he was furiously kicking in the door, and I don't know, man. Did they make the burger wrong or something? There's no before this happened kind of information.
He probably was waiting for a while because when you see people at McDonald's get angry, it's about are you serious?
Yeah.
This is supposed to be fast and blah blah blah. And people get really mad.
I'm pissed at you. you know, you did this and this and this and this, but. So banking on that story, so the McDonald's is now over in Hong Kong trying new things. They have unprecedented levels of spiciness with McPepper and their Mega McPepper sandwiches. That's the McDonald's burgers right there. Why don't we get this hot stuff in USA? What's going on? What's going on there? They have chili-coated McWings, and when I was in Thailand, they had the Samurai Burger.
Is it good?
It was amazing.
What was it?
I don't know, but it was good. I mean, you don't know what McDonald's food is, period.
That's true.
And that's why McDonald's stock is actually going down.
Really? Yeah, you were telling me that.
They need to get a little bit healthier, a little bit on board. But Canada's got it right, okay? They have the fried chicken Big Mac.
Oh, I heard about this.
Okay. KFC got the fried chicken Big Mac, quote-unquote. And now KFC Australia is getting popcorn chicken nachos. Now, that just seems pretty good,
Sure does.
They said they messed it up, and I'm like, I think they got it right.
Right? Seriously. I mean, hey, I would get it.
Why not? It's worth a try.
Okay. Yeah, so, did you hear about the guy who had a gun tattoo on his, waist, and then, he ended up yelling at some tree people for waking him up, and, told him to get off his property, and the guy saw the tattoo of the gun on his waist.
Yep.
And then they ended up calling the police, because they thought that he was was mad, and they were worried for their lives or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Next thing you know, the SWAT team showed up at this guy's house over a tattoo on his waist.
With, assault rifles or something? Yeah,
this guy from Maine. Pretty funny. I actually know someone that's got a tattoo on their waist like that.
Like a gun or something? Well, what was it? Pablo Francisco's stand-up act. He's like, make it work for you if you got a tattoo. Get a tattoo of a gun. People would be like, whoa! I guess people were actually like, whoa, holy God.
So, yeah, he went off in, the cold weather without his shirt on and just a pair of pants, straight out of bed, and
they weren't having
the tattoo of the gun.
They weren't having it.
Scared. You know what would be funny if you had the tattoo of the gun and then have the orange to make it look fake gun.
Oh yeah, a little bit. You're just like, whoa, what's he doing?
A Nerf gun tattoo.
That would be crazy, or an actual Nerf gun, and just walk out of your house. I wonder how things would go with that. But speaking of just outrageous things, did you hear about the woman from Ruston that showed up naked to the Arlington jail, drunk and naked?
I heard about that.
And she was trying to visit her husband, who is in jail. A 26-year-old Ruston woman was arrested Saturday night after allegedly showing up naked at the Arlington Magistrate's office. Police say Maura Fussell arrived at the magistrate's office. She's 26, too. It's not bad. But, all right, so around 11 p.m., seeking to visit her husband, who had been arrested in Clarendon earlier that day. She was drunk, completely naked, and refused to get dressed or leave in a cab. So she must have been smashed, is what I'm thinking. And according to Arlington County Police spokesman Dustin Sturbeck, they were unable to say whether Fussell arrived at the office wearing clothes or if she got to the office and then shed her clothes. Whether there was some discrepancies in whether she was there naked or she showed up clothed and then shedded her clothes.
My true question is, I wonder if he was more happy or more upset, because he could have been jealous that everyone saw his girlfriend naked.
That's true, because he's in jail and he's like, what is this all about? What is this? Because he heard about it, and she was kept in jail until sober.
Wow.
And she got charged with indecent exposure and being drunk in public.
Wow.
I bet at first the officers are like, Miss, what are you doing? What's going on here?
Pretty sure there's no pictures of that on
I don't think there would be any pictures on that.
I'm sure some people have personal pictures, but I don't
people
know.
are like that Irish guys, like video footage.
Oh man, she's devoted, I guess. I don't know.
That's one way to put it.
Drunk and whatever. Did you hear about Michael Jordan personally calling Tony Roten from the Sixers to apologize about his sneaker blowing up during the game?
Yeah.
So like the soul like came completely off, and Michael Jordan called him personally and was like, "I'm sorry."
It's like, well, he was probably thinking like going back in his life's experiences, and he was like, "Man,
that stinks."
I was like, that stinks, and I never apologized for that. I gotta call up and apologize.
Then he sees that it's his shoe or hears about it, and it's like, oh man, that was my shoe.
That was my shoe. What was I thinking?
Can't have that. You know?
Well, it was like, who was that basketball player that literally stepped through his shoe?
Oh, that was Ginobili.
Yeah, Ginobili. Yeah. He stepped through his shoe.
It was a Nike, I think.
That was crazy.
Yeah, no, they're not making shoes like they used to.
No, apparently not.
It's not good.
And apparently, and not speaking of not making things like they used to, so this woman hit a $29 million jackpot on a faulty slot machine, and the casino she won it at offered 2 steak dinners. An apparent software glitch in a slot machine at Blue Chip Casino in Michigan City, Indiana, awarded a woman nearly $29 million on January 11th. She left empty-handed. According to the reporting from a local ABC station, Jennifer Carmen sat down at the penny slot, and before she knew it, the machine was flashing a number with a lot of digits and commas. She was scared, she said. I put my hands up. I didn't know what was going on. The floor supervisor said, we don't know how this happened and what's going on, but don't touch the machine, clear the machines, we have to shut down the machines. So then she said her heart was pounding like it was, just coming out of her chest, and she was talking to the floor manager, and they were causing her stress, being like, get out of the slot machine. Whoa. Get out. They have to shut down everything. So instead of being handed any part of the $28.9 million the machine said she had won, the casino offered her and her boyfriend a couple of steak dinners. And she goes, what? 2 steak dinners? Instead of $29 million, you're going to offer me 2 steak dinners? Terrible. She reportedly is fighting for the money, which is good. I would be too. But what she asked if she thinks she deserved the money, she replied, they're always taking my money, and I never say, is that computer wrong, or did you overcharge me? So according to this report, the Blue Chip Casino executive said the slot machine manufacturer had already fixed whatever software glitch or bug called the problem, but the Indiana Gaming Commission hasn't yet figured out what caused it or what should be done about this. So,
did she play a quarter into it?
It doesn't say, but she said that she sat down at the penny slot. She probably put in a quarter to pay. And all of a sudden it was flashing, and she's like, whoa, this is the best day of my life. And then they're like, no.
Here's 2 steak.
Here's 2 steak dinners. Like, go.
Go. I'd be like, this wasn't supposed to happen. No one's supposed to win.
Yeah, no one's supposed to win. Oh my God, it's $29 million. It's like, just take the hit, shut up, and that's it.
Exactly. That's terrible. What casino is that?
The Blue Chip Casino in Michigan City, Indiana.
Remind me not to go there.
No, they're swindling everybody.
If you win, you don't actually.
You don't win. You're walking out with a dinner.
Right? Oh man, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the another thing that's pretty terrible? No, definitely terrible. Is in Linfield, 199 animals found hoarded in this person's house. No, in this woman's house, where she had died. And hold on, let me see the story right here. The discovery was made on February 26 when emergency crews responded to a call at the house on Salem Street and found that a woman had died. Gay Millville's death was not considered suspicious, said Linfield. Inside the home she had shared with her husband, Leonard Millville, were animals in crates and cages stacked to the ceiling, feces thick on the floors, and an odor so strong that it made breathing extremely difficult. Authorities said the animals, which included 5 skinks, lizards, 2 snakes, and a dozen of cockatiels, parakeets, and lovebirds, were voluntarily surrendered to animal welfare officials from the Animal Rescue League of Boston and the Massachusetts Society of Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. A handful of animals had to be euthanized for medical issues, but most have had dispersed to local shelters for care and rehabilitation. Gustav said that the home had been the subject of odor complaints that had gone back several years. But each time the town sent a health agent to the property, the occupants refused to allow them inside and insisted they had just 3 dogs, 3 cats, and 1 bird. The town had the option to ask the courts for an administrative warrant to get access. Blah blah blah. There was like 77 cats, 81 birds, 27 dogs among the 199.
That's crazy.
Critters.
It's crazy, and a bunch of them had to be euthanized too.
Yeah,
that's
awful.
Too bad. That's terrible. I'm glad a lot of them got saved, though.
That's true.
Looking on the good side of it. The speaking of ridiculous, and so, how would you like to get a birthday card that's laced with raisin? Now, if you haven't heard of raisin, which you might have from the show Breaking Bad, where it chronicled, the life of a kingpin, Heisenberg, in New Mexico. Well, a heavily armed SWAT team descended on a Bayberry Road in Hatboro this past afternoon and took the teenage man who sent apparently a raisin-laced birthday card to his ex-girlfriend's side piece, which is, obviously the new man that she's seeing on the side of his ex-girlfriend. And so he mailed him a deadly poison made popular by the TV show Breaking Bad. The suspect, identified by the Bucks County Courier-Times as Nicholas Todd Hellman of the 100 block of Byberry Road, was arrested without incident. Hellman allegedly told a co-worker at the Target department store that he was working at, probably not anymore, in Warrington,
right,
that he sent a poisonous scratch and sniff birthday card to the boyfriend of Hellman's ex-girlfriend. According to a police complaint, the Courier-Times reported that the deadly substance was rubbed onto the birthday card. It was identified by police as raisin, spelled R-I-C-I-N, often fatal poison that played a central role in Breaking Bad.
Wow.
So, crazy. It's a slow, painful death. And this kid sent it as a scratch and sniff card. And a
scratch
and sniff, like a little scratch this and sniff it, birthday card. So he put it on over the scratch and sniff. So once the deadly poison enters your,
to his side piece?
His system. Yeah, to his ex-girlfriend's boyfriend. Or new boyfriend. Or the new guy.
Some people just...
So he was
crazy.
Bitter. But the thing is he probably would have killed the dude if he hadn't told that guy at Target what he did.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you get a scratch and sniff, what's the first thing you do?
You scratch and sniff it. You want to see what, you want to smell that flavor.
Right? Ooh, strawberries?
What's this? What's this? But I couldn't believe it.
That's crazy.
That was nuts.
And talking about, is it a white powder?
Yeah.
Talking about white powder. Did you hear about the brother that saved his brother from an avalanche?
Whoa. Really?
Yeah, man skis off the cliff to save his brother's life after an avalanche.
Wow.
And, David Lamar was skiing off Piste in the notorious Eastville Chutes in Colorado with his brother Edwin and their friend Jack. Uh-huh. The group had split up, and Davis was enjoying the powdery conditions following fresh snowfall when he heard the avalanche and looked across the mountain to see Edwin being swept away on the tidal wave of snow. Davis immediately skated up to the top of an almost sheer slope to try and look for his sibling, then spied what he realized was Edwin trapped in the snow down below. Without thinking for a second of his own safety, Davis launched himself off the cliff and went to Edwin's aid and was able to pull him out.
Crazy.
He wasn't quite unscathed, but an ACL knee injury felt like a lucky escape, and it was.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
I think it was caught on a GoPro. Actually.
Oh, really? That'd be interesting to see. I saw a GoPro with some guy that was doing a handstand on the top of a 40-story
Oh man,
building.
yeah, those guys are crazy.
And these guys they're guys that walk around with the GoPros filming just outrageous things.
They climb up really high buildings.
Yeah.
And you should look it up. It's pretty
Well, we'll
breathtaking.
show. There's got to be a picture we
picture?
can show of that guy handstanding. But so let's talk about the guy that decided that $1.8 million worth of quarters, or excuse me, it wasn't $1.8 million. It was 1.8 million quarters.
Wow.
All right, but still, that's a ton of quarters. So he stole it from parking meters. So in North Jersey, there's Thomas Ricca. With the true hobbyist seeks quantity coinage, Ricca was more interested in just the quality coinage. He was more interested in quality and quantity. So apparently the quarters, quality and quantity. This guy amassed 1.8 million individual quarters. Not quarters that are stuck together, I guess. They're individual. Unfortunately, he acquired them illegally. Ricca, however we want to pronounce it, I'll pronounce it Ricca, once employed as Ridgewood's public works inspector, quite literally pocketed himself a small fortune over the 25 months before his arrest last year. All told, the 43-year-old Hawthorne resident admitted on Wednesday that he had stolen at least $460,000 from Ridgewood's coin collection room. Collectively, his take weighed 11.25 tons, and it's the equivalent of 3 elephants, a single 84-passenger bus, or 9 Honda Civics. That's the amount of weight this guy stole with the quarters. He will not serve a day in prison under the terms of a deal accepted by Judge John Conte in Superior Court in Hackensack. Instead of this, he must pay it all back. So he's not doing any jail time, but he's paying it back.
Whoa.
So he's got to pay $460,600.
Oh,
That's
no.
Unbelievable. So
Good luck, man.
crazy.
How's he gonna do that?
They said that village officials confirmed on Wednesday that he collected nearly $800,000 in quarters from meters in 2013, which, if that's how much he collected, if he stole 460,000 of it, that's almost half, like, their tax, money from parking meters. Whoa! Holy God!
That's crazy.
That's absolutely crazy.
You want to hear something else that's actually, it might even be crazier.
Yeah.
A 72-year-old substitute teacher accused for whacking it in a Stamford, Connecticut high school.
No.
Yeah, this guy was flogging the dolphin, choking the chicken,
Cleaning the
spanking
pipes?
the monkey.
Cleaning the pipes.
He
huh?
was cleaning. He's cleaning the pipes. Man. Just
What is this guy doing?
Whacking the weasel.
Where? Just
No, all right.
Just hanging?
So,
And man, he's
72-year-old substitute teacher at a public high school in Connecticut,
Yep.
busted for allegedly masturbating right there in the hallway. The teacher, Michael,
In the hallway?
Lewick, yeah. The incident happened, and police say, sorry
That's
about
ruthless.
yeah,
Just
he
in the
was
hallway?
sitting in the hallway. This lady thought he was hurt. When she approached him, she said she realized that the 72-year-old substitute had his hands stuck down his pants and was playing with himself.
He was
The
flogging
school
him.
paraprofessional then notified school officials, who notified police. At that point, school officials removed the guy from the class he was calmly teaching. Yeah, I think that was after or something.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that's disgusting. Yeah, he was suspiciously manipulating the front of his pants while looking at students in the courtyard. The substitute then vanished behind some lockers for a moment, then he reappears lying on his back on the floor, focused on the task at hand. At some point, the shocked
As if he couldn't get it any
paraprofessional
better.
discovered him, but not before half a dozen students strolled by.
Focused on the task at hand. That's
So-
talk about a pun on words. That is, or a play on words.
Yeah.
That is hysterical.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh, that's bad.
That's really bad.
Do we, Mike? Do we have time for a preview of that new show we'll be running? Alright, cool. Why don't we run that preview real quick? Yo, we're gonna take all this stuff, put it in one page. Get a shot of that.
Double. It's kind of cool. You know? It's like I just kind of made it up on the spot, but why not? You know, we'll see how that turns out.
Das Wort Frankfurter comes from Frankfurt, Germany, where hot dogs, similar to hot dogs, originate. Thank you. This has been the German chef, named Himmel.
He German.
He German. I hope you like German too.
That's really good. I can just taste my part of it. So good. This right here, we're going to be cooking the bacon. So let's cook that bacon. So we're eating breakfast. I mean dessert before breakfast.
Don't ruin your appetite for breakfast.
Don't worry. We're bosses.
Yeah, let's start on the TV and watch Earth News.
That's great. Well,
I'm full.
pretty full from all the toppings.
It looks like a good show.
Yeah, it sure
Looks
does.
like a really good show.
It is.
I think we have one more story to report on. That was the one out of Los Angeles. Did you hear about that one? All the new the reporters that were in the early morning show, they had an earthquake. And
Oh,
so
yeah,
most
I
of the
saw
morning
that.
shows had everybody running for cover and like, oh my gosh, you know, like what little pansies. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Like,
Like,
what's
come
an
on.
earthquake gonna do? You know,
It's just like the funniest thing too is like, come on, you're on TV. How are you gonna be all embarrassed and like
yeah, and
go underneath the? Yeah, they're just like they went right underneath the thing. Yeah. Did you feel that? I'm not.
get under. Start
too
playing it
embarrassing.
smart. Just get under.
Huh?
I don't care if we're
I'm
on
just gonna
camera.
hold
Go.
this.
Just go.
See you next week.
Wow, I think that was a good episode.
That was a good episode. This is Earth News.
Thanks for watching. Oh yeah. It's been real. See you next time.
It's too long. Too long.
Hey.